Did you know that despite having more ways to connect than ever before, we got social media, we got Slack, we got Zoom, we got endless chats. Listen, people are feeling lonelier than ever. They're feeling more isolated, they're feeling more disconnected than any point in history. And if you really think about it, that's wild. Yeah, we've got more tools, but we're losing real connection. So let me ask you, have you ever been in a room full of people and still felt invisible? Or maybe you're surrounded by coworkers, but it still feels like no one actually sees you. If so, you're not alone. Studies show that 61% of Americans feel lonely regularly, and the number is even higher for younger generations. In the workplace, 85% of employees worldwide are disengaged. Something's broken, y'all. But here's the good news. There's a way to fix it. And that's exactly what we're diving into today. Now, if you're new here, I'm everybody's Uncle Phil, and for over 20 years, I've been coaching, I've been mentoring, I've been helping leaders, teams, and organizations build environments where people feel seen, where they feel valued, and where they are engaged. I've worked with businesses, educators, entrepreneurs, all to help them transform people from disengagement into connection. And today, I'm bringing you the same insights that I share with them. So if you're ready, let's jump into the 3 biggest reasons people are disconnected. Number 1, technology has replaced presence. Y'all, people are scrolling more now than they're speaking. Have you ever gone to a restaurant and just watched people engage? They're always on their devices, scrolling, but never making any connection. And if we're not making connection, that means we're not communicating. And if we're not communicating, then how in the world are we really connecting with people? The answer? We're not. And that's part of the problem. We're not having conversations anymore. Nobody's talking. I mean, think about it. I know there are a lot of leaders who are relying on email. They're relying on Slack conversations instead of just going into somebody's office and having a face-to-face conversation or picking up the phone and talking to somebody. Again, having a real conversation. You do understand that so much is lost in translation when people can't interpret your inflection, when they can't interpret your body language, when they can't interpret your posture, when they can't interpret what you're looking at and what you're seeing. There's so much that's missing. And no wonder why people are feeling disconnected. So, when you think about it, social media creates these surface level validations, right? But it doesn't create real relationships. We think we're connecting, but we're really just consuming. We're consumers. We're consumers of content. We're not people who are building relationships. And if we're honest with ourselves, this is life for so many people living in a world where technology has replaced presence. Number 2, workplaces have become transactional, not relational. Oh, can we talk about that just for a minute? The workplace has simply become a place where people are just coming to get a paycheck. They're not engaging. They're not connecting. This is why engagement surveys all over the country are tanking, because we're not relational. Employees literally are being treated like numbers, not people. They're being treated like people who can be replaced at any time. Y'all do know it costs to replace people, right? We do understand that when people are shipped out like a number, we do know that it impacts not only that individual, but it impacts everybody else, because people are watching. They watch how we treat people. And if we treat them like a number and not real people, if we're not having real conversations, in people's minds, they say this: I don't want to work here because I could be next. We got to stop treating people like numbers, and we have to start treating people like people. That means engaging, that means having conversation, that means doing real life with people. And you all, I know and understand that during the pandemic, we got very, very excited and very into this remote and hybrid work. And I get it. I get it. But if we are using remote or hybrid work, we have to figure out a way that we can still establish real connection, right? Maybe that's coming onto the call, Zoom, Teams, whatever it is, and maybe actually talking to people about life before we jump into work. Maybe that's coming into the office and having a time, a social time where people are actually talking and learning about each other. Look, 50% of employees are saying that their manager doesn't even know them personally. Psst, that's a recipe for disengagement. See, and we have to understand that when people are disengaged in relationships, in the workplace, that's never going to be positive. So we have to get out of this place where it's just about the transaction. Relationships are not bad, y'all. We need to have them, and people thrive on them. And the third thing is this: we prioritize efficiency over engagement. I mean, think about it, y'all. We're moving so fast that we're skipping the moments that actually matter, right? We're skipping the birthdays, we're skipping the anniversaries, we're skipping the celebration moments, and we're just moving on to the next thing because business is business. Man, I've seen and heard so many leaders, they just rush through the meetings instead of really building rapport with people. Rapport is the capital that you need to see your business thrive. If you don't have rapport, listen, your business is in decline. If you don't have rapport, your relationships are in decline. We got to stop pushing tasks and not trust. Because y'all do know the results of pushing the tasks, right? People are disengaged. People check out. And eventually, people quit, whether that's mentally or physically. And here's the truth: if leaders and organizations don't fix this, they're going to lose their people. Hold on, let me say it this way. You're going to train an amazing person, and then they are going to leave you and go work for somebody else. See, the problem isn't that people don't want to connect. It's that most leaders, most teams, most organizations don't know how to build a real connection in a way that actually lasts. And here's what I've learned: connection isn't accidental, it's intentional. And over the years, I've developed a framework that helps leaders, it helps teams build cultures where people feel seen, where they feel valued, and where they feel engaged. The truth is, what worked in leadership 10 years ago, y'all, it's not working today. There's a new playbook. There's a new way of leading, engaging, and creating loyalty in teams and businesses and in relationships. And listen, I've been using this to help teams and leaders and businesses fix their disconnection issues. And the results, honestly, they've been game changing. Now, I really do want to break this down for you, but I need to know if you want it. So here's the deal. If this video gets 100 likes, I'll do a full breakdown in the next episode. If we hit 100 comments, I'll go even deeper into exactly how to fix this step by step. Drop the word connection in the comments if you're serious about fixing this, and I'm going to be checking, because the truth is this: disconnection isn't a tech problem, it's a leadership problem. And if we don't start getting this right, we're going to lose the best people, the best relationships, and the best opportunities that we have. So do you want to understand actually what makes connection sticks? If so, I'll see you in the next episode, y'all. We'll talk soon. Peace.